This episode of the Recovery Couch is brought to you by JB Davis at Performance Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For integrity, service, and unbeatable deals, ask for JB in Centerville and tell them the Recovery Couch sent you. What's happening? What's up? Welcome back to the Recovery Couch. I'm your host, Brandon Couch, and this is episode 8 of PTSD Unpacked. Today we're talking about a painful question many people with trauma ask themselves. Why do I push people away, especially the ones I love the most? Well, let's unpack that. First, if this is you, you're not alone. I've done this plenty of times throughout my life. Sometimes I still do. And we're not broken because we do it. We're protecting ourselves, even when we don't mean to. PTSD affects our nervous system, the memory center, and the ability to trust, not just others, but ourselves. Relationships, especially intimate ones, can feel threatening, not because the other person is unsafe, but because safety itself feels unfamiliar to us. PTSD has tricked us into feeling like nothing in this world is safe, so safety itself begins to feel unfamiliar. And when we've been hurt, abandoned, manipulated, or betrayed, any sort of closeness can trigger panic. Our brains might say, this is too good, they'll end up leaving me, or if they get close, they'll see the real me and my wounds and my problems and my traumas, or I can't survive another betrayal, so I'll sabotage it before it even happens. And so we shut down and we pull away and we lash out and we numb out, and then we feel guilt. And then we feel shame, and then we feel regret. Does this sound familiar to anybody but me? But here's the thing. Trauma teaches us that vulnerability is dangerous. So we build walls like defense mechanisms. And the walls we build are not meant to hurt people, but we build them in order for what we feel like is our survival. And those walls become habits that whisper, distance keeps me safe. But here's the paradox. Healing happens in connection. We don't have to let everyone in. I've made that mistake plenty of times and it's backfired. But if you can find out just one safe space, one trusted person, one group, maybe one counselor, then that connection can begin to retrain your nervous system. It takes work to unlearn what trauma taught you, to believe that not everyone is going to hurt you, to accept love without looking for the hidden agenda, or to stay even when everything in you wants to run. And it's okay if that work feels a little scary. Psalm chapter 34 verse 18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." You don't have to have it all together to be loved. Not by God, not by your people, not by the version of you who's still learning how to love yourself. So if you've pushed people away, if you've ghosted good friends, if you've sabotaged love or feel like you're too much or too hard to love, then please hear me when I tell you this part. You're not too much. You're just someone who's been through too much. And that's not the same thing. Healing doesn't mean you'll never struggle in relationship. It just means you're learning how to stay, how to open up little by little, even when it feels uncomfortable. And that's incredibly brave. I want to thank you for joining me for episode 8 of PTSD Unpacked. In episode 9, we'll talk about faith in PTSD, how trauma affects our view of God, and how God will meet us even in our brokenness. So until then, be kind to the walls you've built, because you built them to protect yourself, but you don't have to live behind them forever. Support for this episode comes from Greg Swartz at Remax Victory and affiliates. Whether you're buying or selling your home, Greg brings heart, hustle, and honesty to every real estate deal. Call Greg at 937-477-8975 today.